Don't look at today's post as an English lesson, but rather as a way to energize your communications. We're looking at phrases that you can remove from your vocabulary and how to make them better. Hey, welcome to the pantry. Oftentimes when we're posed with a question, we respond in a socially acceptable manner and don't really think about the words that are coming out of our mouths. I want us to take a more conscious look at some of the things that we're saying to other people, the communications that we're putting out there, and perhaps replacing some of those phrases with more effective ways of communicating or more positive ways of letting people know what's going on in our lives. So let's get to it. I've got 7 to go through. Phrase number 1, or perhaps my most unfavorite phrase, is I'm busy. We hear it all day, every day from every person we come across. In fact, I'm hard pressed to find a person who isn't busy with school, with work, with their kids, with activities. So instead of telling people that you're busy, because chances are they already know that, let's try replacing those words with why you see yourself as being busy. So for example, if you are in the middle of a project, you potentially are productive working on a new project at work, or you're accomplishing some goals. So rather talk about those things rather than leaning on the words I'm busy. In fact, one of my favorite authors, Tom Rath, puts it this way: if you are busy and you tell people you're busy, chances are you're not managing your time effectively. So it's a deeper issue that we have to figure out what it is we're doing with our time so that we're always busy. But maybe even replacing those words will make you feel more empowered and in control of the time that you're spending on different projects and activities. Phrase number 2, can I help you? Now, it sounds noble enough and certainly is very helpful and very selfless of us to say that to another person. However, the last time you said that to someone, how often did they come back and say, no, you can't help me? So instead of just leaving it open-ended, let's give our recipient some options. So can I help you with a certain project? Or can I bring over some supper because I know you have a busy evening? Can I drive you to and from the hospital to see your mom? Whatever it is, something tangible, something that they don't have to think about their overall life picture and try and figure out where they can place you, but rather find some places that you can fit into their lives, making the decision a little bit easier for them to make. Phrase number 3, and we hear it again all day, every day: I'm fine. How are you? Now, it's socially acceptable to say this. We say it all the time. But next time you're asked how you're doing and you want to respond with I'm fine, I would love to challenge you to go just a little bit deeper and tell people why you're fine. Perhaps you're working on an energizing project at work, or perhaps your kids are doing really well in school. Tell them why you're feeling fine or feeling good, or if you know the person well enough, even let them know a little bit about why you're not having such a great day. But trying to remove I'm fine, how are you may lead to deeper connections with your people. Number 4, I have an excuse. Now that's the phrase. I tend to not use this phrase for a number of reasons. If I have to renege on a commitment that I've made to another person and I have an excuse for it, it's probably because I chose to spend my time on something else. And so that's what you should be communicating when you potentially have an excuse, is you've chosen to spend time in another area and you have chosen not to spend time in this particular area, and now it's leading to you to apologize for being late on a project or being late to an appointment. If you can, try and replace the phrase I have an excuse with I had to finish a project at work. It was very important for me. I do apologize that I'm late and I hope you understand. It won't become a habit. So that's a very long-winded way of saying that you chose to spend your time in a different area and letting the person know that you don't have an excuse. You just needed to tend to something else at this time. Phrase number 5, We should get together sometime, especially if you are in an industry that networks with a lot of people and you're talking to people all day long. You tend to hear this a lot. We should get together. We should go for coffee. We should go for lunch. But there really is no follow-up. So if you're tempted to say that to your recipient, again, make it an actionable statement, as in, we should go for lunch. How does next Tuesday look for you? Or, we should go for coffee. There's a new coffee shop down the street. Do you have time later this month? Make it actionable, commit to getting together with that person, and then there isn't all these open-ended promises just lingering in the air with your people. Number 6, the phrases always and never. These are absolutes, and with most things in life, we shouldn't be giving people absolutes on anything, because there's always things that interfere and disrupt our patterns in our daily lives. Try replacing those words always and never with often, or it can be difficult, or I will work to ensure. That way you're not making absolute promises, but certainly putting your best foot forward and letting your recipient know that you were working very hard to accomplish what it is that you're saying you're doing. Phrase number 7, and this is an easy one, guys, getting rid of the word very. Very is an enhancement word. So when you're using the word very, you're very tired, you're very happy, you're very excited. You're enhancing the word tired, happy, excited. So instead of using the word very, just find a different word. Go to your dictionary or your thesaurus if you have to, and find a word that more accurately explains your emotion and feeling. So instead of being very tired, you are exhausted, etc., so on. So you get the drift. But yeah, removing the word very then, I guess, elevates your conversation. It elevates your vocabulary. It challenges you to use words that are a little bit more challenging than the word very. So these phrases are all little small things that we can do to elevate our communications with other people. Certainly don't expect everyone to go through this laundry list today and change the way that they communicate and come across as a robot to the people they know best. But make small changes over time and see how people respond to you differently. And if you're going to commit to going to coffee for someone, see how much more often you see that person or other people in your network. That's the video today. I hope you enjoyed. Please visit my website at productivitypantry.com to sign up for my newsletter, where you can get some free downloads and templates. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.